what is the big things that you've learned this time around? And now since your reign is over and you're passing on the torch to the next Miss Hawaii USA, what are some of the words of wisdom, I guess, that you can share through these experiences?
With all the pageants I've competed in, anytime I felt like I needed to win or I wanted to win so badly, I didn't win. It was all the times where I was focused on winning something for myself, on the growth that I could achieve through the pageant. Those are the times that I won. So going into Miss USA, I wanted to win, but I also, knowing that, was trying to think, okay, well, let's focus on what I can personally gain out of this. And I was trying to find that balance between wanting to give it everything to like give myself a fair chance of winning, but also, wanting to be smart about my approach. And I just remember thinking, if I don't win, will I be okay? Will I be upset? Because all those other times where I was so focused on winning and I didn't, I was so sad afterwards and felt, devastated or defeated. And I didn't want to do that to myself this time. I wanted to be happy regardless of the outcome, because I would be able to reflect on my growth and be proud of that. And so this time at Miss USA, they called the top 16, the top 10, and then the top 5. So when they called the top 16, there was one spot left and I hadn't been called yet. And I just remember thinking, okay, this could be me or it could not. And they called me and it was great. And we competed in swimsuit. And then they called us into 10 and we competed in gown. And when they called the top 10, I was number 3. But when they called the top 5, again, there was one spot left. And I was thinking, oh, it's me. And it wasn't me. It was Alabama. And I stood there and thought, oh, okay. And I walked off stage and I smiled and I had a great time. And I just was so happy at that moment because I felt like that was a test of my strength and my resilience. And I passed. I was not at all sad. I was not defeated. I was so happy. I was like, yeah, I just did that. That was awesome.
That's a great message to share. And on that note too, why it's so interesting. I mean, I always have a great time talking to you, at our meetings and everything. But why it's so interesting is because it doesn't matter almost what the experience or what the vehicle that you're doing, what goals you have to achieve. But the bottom line is that we all need to take care of our health. And I think like just mental and emotional health is a huge part of that. And it sounds like that growth through this experience was huge for you. So can you tie in a little bit of, yes, you're competing in pageants and, it is a lot on appearance, but it's so much more than that as to what you alluded to earlier. What kinds of things have you done or found success with to take care of your well-being and your overall health? What have you learned about that through the years?
So much. I've learned so much. Personal growth is like my favorite thing to learn about. And I was very fortunate this year because I actually started taking my course to become a certified life coach. So I was learning so much about growth and self-awareness leading up to the pageant. The way that I explain pageantry and also kind of what I do now as a life coach is pageantry is a lot about presentation. So it's like the wrapping paper on the outside of a present. It's beautiful, it captures your attention, but if there's nothing actually in the present, like there's nothing in the box, if it's just completely empty, that beautiful wrapping paper is only going to get you so far. So what I focus on as a coach and for preparing for a pageant is what's inside the box. How confident are you? What are you actually offering to the community? What is your message? What do you have to say? What do you want to do in your future? All of these things that are inside that nobody is actually physically seeing, but they can feel the energy that there's more to you than just this nice wrapping paper.
I mean, that's great to hear that you're pursuing this life coaching and everything. And that's exactly what it is. And I think that's why it's so good to have these conversations, is because I'm a true believer in that everything that's integrated into your lifestyle, that really all will either work together really well, or it will start to make things really hard and you'll start to fall apart a little bit. But if you think back on all of your experiences, right, even like to the fact that your parents were putting you into all of these different sports that you really didn't enjoy too much. I mean, that helped to probably develop some of the physical fitness and the demands of what you do today, but also growing and moving in all of these different areas throughout your childhood, that has helped to focus on developing more confidence, right? And doing all of these other things. And then you eventually, taught the students at the modeling school, and those kind of instilled more of the same things that you were trying to pursue yourself. And then going through this experience, it's kind of like full circle. Now you're really starting to learn more about yourself, grow, and then you're becoming a life coach to try to pay that forward and help other people that go through similar struggles, because I think we all go through these similar struggles, whether you're competing in pageants or if you're a professional athlete or if you're just a high school athlete trying to make the team. Sometimes it's all similar things that we go through in various phases of our lives. And I think that's the great thing about me getting to talk to all of you guests, because it's sharing some of the common themes that will help to make us achieve more and just personal growth, right? Help us to be the best person that we can be at the end of the day.